April 1st, 2018, Elon Musk sends a tweet. Tesla goes bankrupt. Pockets all gone. April Fool's joke, right? Haha, very funny. Except Tesla's stock immediately drops 8%. Investors lose billions. The SEC opens an investigation. And Musk? He just keeps tweeting. Fast forward to 2021. Elon tweets a single word. Doge, a meme cryptocurrency nobody took seriously, suddenly explodes. Billions of dollars flood in. Retail investors think they've found the next Bitcoin. Then Elon goes on Saturday Night Live, calls Dogecoin a hustle, and the price crashes 50%. Fortunes evaporated, life savings gone, and Elon, he just keeps tweeting. This isn't chaos, this is strategy. Elon Musk has mastered something that no CEO in history has ever achieved: the ability to move billions of dollars with a single sentence. He doesn't need insider trading, he doesn't need market manipulation in the traditional sense. He just needs Twitter and an audience of millions who hang on his every word. But here's the question nobody wants to ask. Is Elon Musk a visionary entrepreneur saving humanity? Or is he a master manipulator, exploiting psychological vulnerabilities for personal gain? Because the line between genius and sociopath is thinner than you think, and Elon lives on that line. This is the story of how one man weaponized social media, turned markets into playgrounds, and convinced the world he's doing it all for a greater good. Spoiler alert, he's not. Let's start with the fundamentals. Elon Musk isn't just a CEO. He's a brand, a movement, a religion. People don't invest in Tesla because of the fundamentals. They invest because they believe in Elon. When he tweets, stock prices move. When he speaks, crypto markets explode. When he makes promises, people buy in literally. But how did he build this cult? How did a South African kid who got rich off PayPal become the most influential person in finance? The answer is narrative. Elon doesn't sell products, he sells dreams. He promises Mars colonies, electric cars that drive themselves, brain implants that cure paralysis, hyperloops, solar roofs, a sustainable future for humanity. He positions himself not as a businessman, but as a savior, the real-life Tony Stark, the man who's going to save the world. And people believe it. Because they want to believe it. Because in a world filled with corruption, greed, and short-term thinking, Elon represents something different. He's the underdog fighting the establishment, the rebel taking on big oil, big auto, and big government. Except he's not. He's a billionaire playing games with your money, and he's very, very good at it. Elon's greatest tool isn't SpaceX rockets or Tesla factories, it's his Twitter account. 170 million followers, every tweet seen by millions, every word analyzed by investors, journalists, and algorithms. And Elon knows exactly what he's doing. He doesn't tweet like a normal CEO. Carefully worded statements approved by legal teams. He tweets like a troll, memes, jokes, provocations, chaos, and every single tweet moves markets. Let's look at the pattern. In 2018, Elon tweets, "I'm considering taking Tesla private at $420. Funding secured. Tesla stock jumps 11%. Billions of dollars change hands." Except there was no funding. It was a lie. The SEC charges him with securities fraud. He settles for $20 million and agrees to have his tweets monitored. Does he stop? No, he just gets better at it. In 2020, he tweets, "Tesla stock price is too high, amo." The stock drops 10% instantly, $14 billion in market value gone. Why would a CEO tank his own company's stock? Because Elon doesn't care about shareholders. He cares about control. By making the stock volatile, he scares away institutional investors and keeps retail investors loyal. It's psychological warfare. Then there's Dogecoin, a joke cryptocurrency created as a parody of Bitcoin, worth nothing. Until Elon starts tweeting about it. Dogecoin is the people's crypto. To the moon. Doge, just that one word. And the price explodes. Retail investors, regular people, not hedge funds, pour their savings into Doge, thinking they're getting in early on the next big thing. And then Elon goes on SNL and calls it a hustle. The price crashes, billions lost, people are devastated. And Elon, he tweets a meme, because to him, it's all a game. The Securities and Exchange Commission exists to protect investors from market manipulation. They have the power to fine, sanction, and even ban executives from public companies. So why hasn't the SEC stopped Elon? Because they can't, or they won't. Take your pick. After the funding secured tweet, the SEC charged Elon with fraud. He settled, paid a fine, and agreed to step down as Tesla's chairman. He also agreed to have his tweets pre-approved by Tesla's legal team before posting anything material about the company. Did he comply? Absolutely not. He kept tweeting. He mocked the SEC publicly, calling them the Short Seller Enrichment Commission. He posted memes about them. He ignored every restriction. And the SEC, they fined him again. 20 million here, 40 million there. Pocket change for a man worth over $200 billion. Here's the problem. The SEC's enforcement mechanisms were designed for a different era. Traditional market manipulation involves insider trading, pump and dump schemes, or coordinated fraud. But Elon isn't doing any of that. Technically, he's just tweeting his opinions. Is it illegal to say you like Dogecoin? Is it illegal to joke about your company's stock price? The law hasn't caught up to the reality of social media manipulation, and Elon is exploiting that gap with surgical precision. But it gets worse, because Elon isn't just manipulating markets, he's manipulating people. Elon Musk understands human psychology better than most therapists. He knows how to trigger emotional responses, how to create parasocial relationships, how to weaponize hope and FOMO, fear of missing out. Let's break down his playbook. First, scarcity and urgency. Elon constantly creates artificial deadlines. Full self-driving will be available next year. We're going to Mars by 2024. Cybertruck pre-orders close soon. None of these deadlines are real. They're psychological triggers designed to make people act immediately without thinking. Second, the underdog narrative. Elon positions himself as the rebel fighting the system. When short sellers bet against Tesla, he calls them evil and un-American. When regulators investigate him, he frames it as persecution. When journalists criticize him, he accuses them of being paid by big oil. He creates an us versus them mentality, and his followers eat it up. Third, parasocial relationships. Elon tweets like he's your friend. He responds to random people. He makes jokes. He shares memes. He feels accessible. And this creates a psychological bond. People feel like they know him, like they're part of his journey. So when he asks them to buy Dogecoin or hold Tesla stock through a crash, they do it because they trust him, because they think he cares about them. He doesn't. He cares about his empire, and you're just a pawn in his game. Fourth, misdirection. When Tesla is facing bad press, factory safety violations, autopilot crashes, racial discrimination lawsuits, Elon tweets something outrageous. A flamethrower, a Cybertruck window breaking, a meme about anime, and suddenly everyone is talking about that instead of the actual problems. It's classic manipulation. Distract, deflect, control the narrative, and it works every single time. Let's talk about the people who got hurt, because while Elon is making billions, others are losing everything. Take Dogecoin. In May 2021, after Elon's relentless promotion, Dogecoin hit an all-time high of 73 cents. People mortgaged their homes, took out loans, put their life savings into a meme coin because Elon Musk told them it was the future. Then he went on SNL and called it a hustle. The price crashed. Today it's worth less than 10 cents. Billions of dollars gone. Reddit forums filled with stories of people who lost everything. One man posted that he'd invested his daughter's college fund and now couldn't afford to send her to school. Another said he was contemplating suicide. A 23-year-old named Jake from Ohio invested $20,000, his entire savings from working 2 jobs during college. Elon said it was going to the moon. He wrote, "I trusted him. Now I can't afford rent." He had to move back in with his parents. His girlfriend left him. His mental health collapsed. All because a billionaire tweeted a meme. Then there's Sarah, a single mother from Texas, who put $15,000 into Dogecoin after watching Elon's tweets. She thought it was her chance to give her kids a better life. The crash wiped her out. She posted on Twitter asking Elon for help. He never responded. Of course he didn't. She was just a number in his social experiment. And Elon? He tweeted a meme of a Shiba Inu dog with laser eyes, because to him it's entertainment. Or look at Tesla's stock volatility. Retail investors, people who don't have hedge fund resources or insider knowledge, buy Tesla because they believe in Elon's vision. Then he tweets that the stock price is too high, and it crashes. They panic, sell at a loss. Then it rebounds and they buy back in at a higher price. It's a cycle of financial bleeding, and Elon orchestrates it all. One retiree named David from Florida had invested his entire pension, $300,000, into Tesla stock. When Elon tweeted stock price too high, David panicked and sold, losing $90,000 overnight. He couldn't afford his medication after that. His wife had to go back to work at 72 years old. The SEC estimates that Elon's tweets have caused over $100 billion in market volatility. That's not wealth creation, that's wealth transfer, from retail investors to insiders who know how to play the game. And the worst part? Elon's followers defend him. They call critics haters. They say, if you lost money, that's your fault for not holding. They've been psychologically conditioned to blame themselves, not the man manipulating them. It's textbook cult behavior, and the casualties are real people with real families and real pain. So who is Elon Musk? Is he a visionary entrepreneur advancing humanity, or a narcissistic manipulator exploiting psychological vulnerabilities for personal gain? The uncomfortable truth is, both. Elon has achieved incredible things. Tesla forced the auto industry to go electric. SpaceX revolutionized space travel. Starlink is bringing internet to remote areas. These are real accomplishments, and they deserve recognition. But that doesn't excuse the manipulation. It doesn't excuse the lies. It doesn't excuse the people who lost everything because they believed in him. Psychologists have a term for people like Elon: Machiavellian, high intelligence, low empathy, willing to deceive and manipulate to achieve their goals. They're not evil. They just don't see people as people. They see them as tools, resources, pawns. Elon exhibits classic traits of Machiavellianism and narcissistic personality disorder: the grandiosity, the lack of accountability, the need for constant admiration, the exploitation of others, the inability to accept criticism. But here's the problem. In our society, we reward these traits. We call them confidence and ambition. We celebrate ruthless CEOs who disrupt industries. We idolize billionaires who promise to save the world while treating workers like disposable resources. Elon Musk isn't an anomaly. He's a symptom of a system that prioritizes wealth and power over empathy and ethics. And until we change the system, there will always be another Elon Musk, just with a different face and a different Twitter account. So what happens next? Will Elon ever be held accountable? Will the SEC finally stop him? Will investors wake up and realize they're being played? Probably not, because Elon has figured out something fundamental. In the age of social media, truth doesn't matter. Narrative matters. Perception matters, and whoever controls the narrative controls reality. As long as Elon has a platform, he'll keep manipulating. As long as people worship him, they'll keep losing money. And as long as regulators are stuck in the 20th century, they'll keep failing to protect investors. The only way to stop him is to stop playing the game. Stop treating his tweets as gospel. Stop investing based on emotion. Stop defending a billionaire who doesn't even know you exist. But that requires something hard: critical thinking. And in a world of memes, hype, and FOMO, critical thinking is in short supply. So Elon will keep tweeting, markets will keep crashing, people will keep losing money, and we'll keep pretending it's all part of the genius, because that's easier than admitting we've been manipulated. Elon Musk once said, "When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor." Here's what he didn't say: when manipulation is profitable enough, you do it even if people get hurt. The next time Elon tweets about Dogecoin, or Tesla, or whatever new obsession captures his attention, ask yourself, who benefits? Is it humanity? Or is it just Elon? Because the answer is always the same, and it's never you. Subscribe to Wealth Decoded, because the greatest manipulation isn't on Wall Street, it's in your Twitter feed, and we're just getting started.